How's you getting on? You guys are not going to believe how easy this is. I got my little sandblaster here, and I do have a bottom of a Bailey's bottle. Mrs. likes a little bit of Bailey's, so what I did, I cut the bottle off with the bottle cutter that we made in one of the other videos. Sanded her down on the edge there so there's no sharp edge onto it, and put a bit of masking tape on here. Now sometimes I use this a bit of what we used to call Mac tack. It's just like a vinyl, had a wood grain on it, and I just drew out a paw print. Freehand. I mean, you can use a Cricut machine for this, but this is just the simple way to do it here for something really basic. You can print them out on a Cricut machine and come out with all kinds of fancy stuff to sandblast, but it looks really good against the dark glass belonging to the Bailey's bottle. So what I've done already, I've taped it over here with a bit of masking tape, and I got an X-Acto knife, and when I drew it out, I just went around it and cut out the pattern. It only took a second. So what I'm going to do now, we'll just hook the edges of the tape and pop it all out like so to make our paw print. Like I said, this is the low-tech version. And there we go. Now, just make sure your tape is overlapped so you don't get a seam there, because the sand will leave a line on the seam if you don't overlap it. So like I got done here, you want to overlap it. Press it down really good around where you cut it, like that. So then what we're going to do, we got this little sandblaster here. I got from Princess Autos, only cheap. Only holds a little bit of sand, but I mean, you don't need very much to do something small like a glass. Just fill her up with a bit of this sand here, some silica sand. Buy a sack of that anywhere. And I got her all filled up already. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go on over. I don't have a sandblasting cabinet. Like I say, we're low tech on this one. So what I does, it goes out by the door. You don't want to be breathing in the sand from this. Makes sense to wear a mask. Oh, it just stops breathing while I'm doing it. Same thing. Hey. Really should wear gloves. And safety goggles. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go put the door here so the sand will go on out. And I'll squint my eyes right down so I don't have my safety glasses on. And then we're going to spray this like this. See, all the sand will kind of fly back at you. Yeah, that's it. Nothing to it. And close the door. Keep the wind out. Now we go back over here to the bench where we can see what we're doing. Now I'm totally covered in sand at this point. You can't see it really because the way the camera is, but that's how much sand comes off it. So you want to put something on to stop from getting all over you if you're picky about that sort of thing. I don't really care. I'm going to go and get a shower anyway, so I don't really care if I look down Mexico somewhere drinking margaritas or anything like that. Guess the sand wouldn't bother you if you were down there. This hair might though. Alright, so you want to take this in and give it a good wash and make sure there's no glue left from the tape, but there you go. That's what you ends up with. You can put a whole bunch of paw prints across there or anything. Put a nook shook on it. Looks very good against the dark glass. See how easy it was? You can do it too. Throw it out? No, bye.